This is Cincinnati's first and only all-local morning news. Fox 19 Morning News. First, live, local.
Coming up, we're going to talk with outdoor survivalist Brawdy about how you can get outside and get back in the environment.
All right, Frank, thank you very much. Outdoor survivalist Brawdy back on the Fox 19 Morning News, but this time we're coming to him from inside his RV. He joins us this morning, and he's actually touring the country in this RV, and you only have 5 more states to go, correct?
Only 5 left to go, Rob. How are you? Good to see you, big guy.
I'm well, man. Tell me what you're trying to, what information are you trying to tell people by touring the country in this RV?
Well, you know what, Rob, I had hoped that it would instill in folks 2 different things. One, a sense of exploration and adventure, that you can get in an RV, take off and go anywhere and explore the country. Since I saw you last, I've been as far away as China, but I've had just as many cool experiences right here in the United States. The second message would be one of energy conservation. Use the free energy of the sun, the wind, the rainwater. Those would be the dual messages.
Now, let's talk about the RV. On the inside, it looks like any other RV that you might have at home, but this is very, very different. Tell me how.
It is in that I wanted to do just that, Rob. I wanted to harness the natural energies that we have around us. I'll show you this.
Let's take a look at this, Adam.
Yeah, this actually serves 2 purposes for me, Rob. It's a Garmin GPS unit, but there's a NexRad radar satellite on top. This is the weather that we've got coming this weekend. I use it for 2 purposes. One, to know if I need to steer clear of the weather.
Right.
But just as important, we harvest all of our own rainwater. All the water on board the rig comes from the rainwater, so I need to know when the rain's coming so I can start the process of recollecting it.
And he harnesses nature in some other different ways as well. We're going to step outside of the RV to show you how he harnesses the sun and how he harnesses the rain and the wind. First of all, let's start with the wind. You have something up there that looks different than we find on most RVs. Tell me what that is and what does it do?
You know what? That's an air breeze wind turbine. And you're right, Rob. You'd be most accustomed, or your viewers would be most accustomed to seeing it on yachts.
Right.
It was designed for a yacht. But on days where I don't have a lot of sun or the wind is really cooking, I can go ahead, it telescopes up, and it powers the 4 different batteries that are on board.
Okay, now let's walk around to the side of this, because you said you harness the rain, you capture the rainwater and use it all through the RV. Tell me about how this works.
We collect the water off the rain in one of 2 different ways. Both of the filters are from a company called Catadine. For drinking water, I'll do it in a smaller way. When the water runs off, it's pumped through a Catadine filter. If I can reach down in here and grab one for you. Pumped through a filter, knocks out all the bad guys in the water, and then goes right in so we can use it on board for everything.
And I don't know if you know this, Brian had skin cancer, and unlike most people, when he got skin cancer, he thought about the power of the sun, and he thought about how he could harness it. How does this RV harness the power of the sun?
Great question. You know, when you think of the solar panels, Rob, that are on here now, there are 3 on the front plate, 3 on the top. They're 85 watts apiece, 6, 8, or 4, so almost 500 watts of solar power. And I say to folks all the time, on a sunny day, it's free energy. Now, they each cost, you know, there's a little bit to put it in there,
right,
but over time, I don't have to plug in. I don't have to go to a campground and plug in to find energy. I can get it all from the sun and the wind.
And the other thing, it's not even high noon, but you're saying that you're still getting enough energy from the sun, correct?
Yeah, I'll show you this real quick from Apollo. So this is called a charge controller. It tells me right now that we're grabbing 51 volts of the energy from the sun. It's putting it into the batteries and configuring it thanks to the inverter so we can do both 110 and 12 volt.
And your slogan is get outdoors, give back to the environment. You don't have to travel across the country or go to the Grand Canyon to be able to do that with your family and your kids, correct?
Not at all. And what's most important is when you think about in this day and age, get outside. It makes you happier. It makes you healthier. Doctors now say it makes us smarter. There's an explorer in all of us. You don't have to travel all over the world. You can do it right here in Cincinnati.
And guess what? Brian has a website, and we have a link at our website, fox19.com. You can find out how you can wonder, explore, and believe. Brawdy, always a pleasure, man. All right, man.
Thanks so much for everything.
Continued success, and be healthy.
Farewell.